You open your email and see a message from your manager. It isn't addressed to you, it's forwarded. Underneath is your email from yesterday, the one you sent to a coworker about a normal task. Your coworker wrote one thing. A question mark, no explanation or complaint. You stare at your own words, rereading the sentence multiple times, trying to see what they saw.
You check attachments, wondering if thanks, with a period, sounded sarcastic.
You pause, unsure how to defend yourself. Later, your manager calls for a quick discussion.
The conversation is calm. They suggest you be more mindful of how your emails are perceived.
Which part? Narrator. They pause, having no example beyond the email you've checked repeatedly.
The call ends politely, but something changed. The next morning, you hesitate before sending an email. You're rereading, adjusting words that were never a problem, now with a new awareness of perception. Someone is watching how you communicate. 3 weeks later, you're in a performance review. Ben, your communication issues have become a pattern, and it's affecting the team. Your manager brings up communication issues, referencing that email. It's now in your file.
Last week, you missed a deadline waiting for input. Your manager noted it in the tracker.
2 days later, your coworker missed a deadline for the same reason you did.
You check attachments, wondering if thanks, with a period, sounded sarcastic.
Your coworker started CCing your manager on normal emails, project questions, status updates, things previously private. Now there's a witness. 2 weeks ago, the team discussed why the project was behind schedule.
People were frustrated, complaining about timelines and requirements. Then, someone mentioned a small mistake you made.
But what about the revised timeline?
And then Marcus.
A minor issue that had already been fixed. The room went quiet, then your manager nodded slowly.
Your manager nods slowly, and people started nodding too. The meeting ended abruptly 5 minutes later. After that meeting, something shifted. Eye contact became shorter, and people stopped pulling you into hallway conversations.
Nothing obvious, just a subtle distance. Conversations now end when you approach. A team huddle occurred while you were in another meeting. No one bothered to catch you up afterward.
You found out about a decision by contradicting it 2 days later. They said, "We talked about this in the huddle."
What huddle?
Last month, you received feedback. Be more proactive, speak up in meetings, take more initiative. So you did. You started offering ideas and volunteering. 3 weeks later, the feedback was different. Let others contribute, don't dominate.
You asked what specifically to do differently. The answer? Just read the room better.
6 months ago, your performance review praised you for exceeding expectations, a strong addition to the team.
Yes, but the last quarter has been difficult.
Now there are concerns. Now you need coaching. Now there's a performance improvement plan.
What changed? You're doing the same work, maybe better. But how people perceive you changed.
Once that changed, everything else changed. Speak up, you're pushy. Stay quiet, you're disengaged.
I'm saying that's exactly what happened.
When you miss a deadline, it's your fault. When someone else misses one, it's circumstances. When you make a mistake, it's a pattern. For others, it's a one-time thing. No version of you works anymore.
Your manager started documenting everything. Written feedback for things others get verbal mentions about. Scheduled check-ins about vague problems like communication issues, team alignment, and meeting expectations. You asked for examples.
Examples. You seemed frustrated in a meeting, didn't respond to Slack for 2 hours. Someone felt you were short in an email.
These aren't facts, but interpretations. You explain you were focused, not frustrated, and in back-to-back meetings.
Your manager nods, but stresses the importance of perception. People aren't looking at your work anymore.
They're looking at who they've decided you are. Your manager sent you a warm email last month, praising your presentation.
They praised your client handling and told you to keep it up. The next day, they criticized that same presentation.
After the meeting, you pulled up that email again, read it twice, then closed it, still confused. Someone used your exact wording from an email in a meeting last week, but with a different tone. Donald suggested reconsidering the approach with air quotes and a head shake. 3 people nodded.
One teammate is genuinely nice, doesn't participate in negative talk, and still invites you to things.
But last week, when your manager criticized your work, that teammate looked down, saying nothing. The meeting where your old mistake became the explanation. The praise vanished. The coworker looked away. You're the scapegoat. That email wasn't wrong. The question mark wasn't feedback. It was the beginning of your file.